Hi everyone, today I'm going to tell you about hyaluronic acid. What is hyaluronic acid, how to use it, how you can incorporate it in your skincare routine, who needs to use it, who should avoid hyaluronic acid, what are the side effects that might occur because of hyaluronic acid. We'll discuss everything in detail, and towards the end of the video I'll also give you recommendations. Please do watch the entire video to understand how to incorporate hyaluronic acid so that you have a better knowledge about this ingredient and you'll be able to take the full benefits of this ingredient. So let's get started. So what is hyaluronic acid? Hyaluronic acid is a type of sugar. It attracts water. It is naturally present in the skin. It has the capacity to hold water 1,000 times its weight. Okay, so this makes it a very effective humectant. It is present naturally in the skin, in the epidermis and in the dermis layer. In the epidermis, on the upper layer, it is present in between the cells, and in the lower layer, it is present inside the cells. And most of the hyaluronic acid is present in the dermis, in the upper part of the dermis. As we age, what happens is that you start losing the amount of hyaluronic acid. There is a huge reduction in the amount of hyaluronic acid in the epidermis of the skin, which is the upper layer, and in the dermis also there is reduction. So this loss of hyaluronic acid makes the skin look aged, it loses its elasticity, and also looks dry and dehydrated. So what are the effects of hyaluronic acid on the skin? As it's a humectant, it draws water to the upper surface of the skin. So it makes the fine lines and wrinkles less prominent, makes the skin appear more plumped, youthful, brighter, and also more luminous. Hyaluronic acid also has some anti-inflammatory effects. So it can be useful in reducing redness and irritation to the skin. Why is hyaluronic acid so popular? Every skincare ingredient seems to have hyaluronic acid, from face washes to toner, serums, moisturizer. So why is hyaluronic acid present in everything? Hyaluronic acid gives instant results. Okay, as soon as you apply the serum or the moisturizer, your skin feels plumped and fresher. So that is why hyaluronic acid is added in most of the skincare products. Also, it enhances penetration of other ingredients that are added, and it also reduces the irritation potential of other ingredients because it is moisturizing. The potential for other irritating ingredients, especially drying ingredients, can be less. So this is also the reason why hyaluronic acid is present in most ingredients. But this can be a double-edged sword. I'll tell you why later on. So what are the types of hyaluronic acid? Hyaluronic acid can be used as a topical formulation or can be injected into the skin. So in topical formulation, it's usually a high molecular weight or a slightly low molecular weight hyaluronic acid. It can be used as a plain serum. It can be present in creams along with other ingredients. It can also be present in a multi-ingredient serum, okay, wherein there is a hyaluronic acid along with other soothing ingredients or other active agents. Hyaluronic acid can also be injected into the skin as skin boosters or fillers. Let me know in the comments below if you want a separate video on use of hyaluronic acid as injectables. So what should you look for in a hyaluronic acid serum? You can look for a high molecular weight hyaluronic acid. Okay, so this high molecular weight is larger in size and it sits on the surface of the skin and it attracts water to the upper surface of the skin. This helps in improving the skin texture, reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and makes the skin appear more plump. When you use low molecular weight hyaluronic acid, that tends to penetrate slightly deeper to the mid-level of the epidermis. But remember that very low molecular weight hyaluronic acid is not preferred as it can be inflammatory. That means it can cause irritation to the skin. Okay, so if you are somebody with sensitive skin type or wanting to use a hyaluronic acid, then make sure that you use a high molecular weight hyaluronic acid. So how to use a hyaluronic acid? We know that hyaluronic acid has to be applied on damp skin. Okay, so on a freshly washed skin, when the skin is still damp, that is when you can go ahead and apply hyaluronic acid. But what do you do when you're already using other serums? So let's say you wash your face, then you use a vitamin C serum, and then you want to use, let's say, a moisturizer or a niacinamide serum. Then what you can do is wait for about 5 minutes. Then you can use a spray like a mist spray or a thermal spring water, and then apply hyaluronic acid on top. This is the best way to use hyaluronic acid serum. This way it will seal in the moisture as well as attract water to the upper layers of the skin in order to give good results. If you apply hyaluronic acid on completely dry skin, then you're not going to get results, as it is just going to make the skin feel a little more dry and stretched. Okay, so it's always better to use hyaluronic acid on damp skin. Also make sure to always seal it with a moisturizer. So first you will mist the skin, then apply hyaluronic acid and seal it with a moisturizer. This way the effect of hyaluronic acid, the plumping effect, will last longer. Who should use hyaluronic acid in their skincare routine? If you are somebody who wants a non-comedogenic serum, you can use hyaluronic acid. If you have acne-prone skin, if you want something to plump up your skin, if you have aged skin, mature skin, even then you can use hyaluronic acid. It helps in improving the skin texture without causing any kind of clogging of pores. So it is a good serum to include in your skincare routine. Hyaluronic acid can also be used if you're a beginner in your skincare journey. This is one of the ingredients that is very well tolerated and it helps to improve your skin texture instantly. So, if you're a beginner and you want kind of a good instant result, then hyaluronic acid is a good serum to include. Who doesn't need hyaluronic acid? If you already have youthful skin, which is, less than 25 years of age, then you don't need to use hyaluronic acid. If you have very, very dry skin, then you don't need to use a hyaluronic acid serum. It's better to use other ingredients like ceramides. This will help in moisturizing the skin for a longer period of time. If you live in a very dry, arid environment, then also it's better to avoid hyaluronic acid serum, because then the hyaluronic acid will try to attract water from under the skin, making the skin more dry. So you have to be very careful when you're using hyaluronic acid serum, especially when you live in a dry environment. You want to use it on damp skin and seal it with a moisturizer in order to get good results. Otherwise, you will end up feeling that your skin is feeling more dry. What are the side effects of hyaluronic acid? There are no side effects as such of hyaluronic acid. It is very well tolerated. Some people do tend to find irritation with hyaluronic acid. That occurs when you're using a lower molecular weight hyaluronic acid serum. So you can just check in the ingredient list whether it is a low molecular weight or a high molecular weight hyaluronic acid. As long as you use a high molecular weight hyaluronic acid, it should be well tolerated. Sometimes there can be a little bit of irritation. I'll tell you ahead why that occurs. So what are the substitutes for hyaluronic acid? If you feel that hyaluronic acid is a little expensive and you want to invest that rather in something else, in some other actives in order to treat your other skin concern, then there are certain alternatives that you can use, and these are glycerin. Glycerin is also a humectant, works very well, readily available, very affordable, and it can be used in place of hyaluronic acid. Other substitutes are glutamic acid, N-acetylglucosamine, beta-glucan, snail mucin, honey, and propolis. All of these ingredients have similar effects on the skin like hyaluronic acid. I know snail mucin is a little expensive, but other ingredients like honey and propolis can also be included in your skincare routine if you want an effect similar to that of hyaluronic acid. These are also humectants, tend to draw water and give the skin a more plump effect. How to layer hyaluronic acid? This is a very commonly asked question. So hyaluronic acid, as I said, has to be used on damp skin. Okay, so see, the layering depends upon what type of skin you have, whether you have normal, dry, combination, or oily skin. It also depends upon what other active ingredients you're using. Okay, so let's say if you have oily skin, then you want your first layer to be a salicylic acid serum or maybe an azelaic acid or a glycolic acid in order to control the oiliness of the skin. If you are somebody who has a dry skin type, then you can use a hyaluronic acid serum and then seal it on with a moisturizer which contains ceramides, glycerin, and shea butter, cocoa butter, so that you get hydration for a longer period of time. So the layering of hyaluronic acid depends upon your skin type and your skin concern, but hyaluronic acid should always be applied on damp skin. So let's say you're using multiple products, then how should you layer it? So like I said before, first you can use your, let's say, a vitamin C or a niacinamide serum, and then wait for that to be absorbed, and then you can just use a little bit of thermal water spray or just sprinkle some water on your face and then use a hyaluronic acid and then moisturizer and sunscreen. This way you get all the benefits of the serums that you applied before as well as of the hyaluronic acid, and then you're sealing it with a moisturizer, so the effects of hyaluronic acid will last longer. Can you be allergic to hyaluronic acid? No, it's very unlikely that you're allergic to hyaluronic acid, but you could be allergic to other ingredients that are present with hyaluronic acid, okay? Because hyaluronic acid is usually present in multi-ingredient serums, so that can accentuate the penetration of other ingredients. This can lead to irritation. So some patients do come to me saying, they get irritation after applying a certain serum that contains hyaluronic acid. It's usually not the hyaluronic acid that is causing irritation, but because it enhances the penetration of other ingredients, that could be the reason for the irritation. Can a hyaluronic acid serum replace a moisturizer? No. A moisturizer has other ingredients which helps in sealing the moisture for a long time. So a hyaluronic acid serum does not replace a moisturizer. But a lot of moisturizers do have hyaluronic acid, albeit in a smaller percentage along with other ingredients. So those can be used. But if you are somebody with dry skin and you're solely depending upon hyaluronic acid serum to moisturize your skin, then you're not going to see the benefits. Okay, it has to be combined with other moisturizing ingredients for it to show good benefits, especially in dry skin. What can hyaluronic acid be combined with? Hyaluronic acid is one of those ingredients that can be combined with any other ingredient. You can combine it with lactic acid, salicylic acid, or glycolic acid in exfoliants. It can even be present in toners, in moisturizers. Even it can be combined with retinol, with niacinamide. You can combine it with a vitamin C serum. You can even combine it with ceramides and peptides. So there's no ingredient that you cannot combine a hyaluronic acid with. You can combine it with almost every ingredient. So hyaluronic acid pairs well with all ingredients. I often get asked how to pair a retinol with a hyaluronic acid. Okay, so if you have dry skin, I would say first on damp skin apply hyaluronic acid, then apply a thin layer of moisturizer, then you can apply retinol on top. If you have an oily skin, then you want to apply the retinol first, wait for some time, then maybe spritz a little bit of thermal water spray, then use a hyaluronic acid and moisturizer. This way you'll get benefits of both the retinol and hyaluronic acid. Now we move on to my recommendations. Remember that there are many hyaluronic acid serums in the market, but these are the ones that I've tried and that I've liked and also have good ingredients. So if there is a hyaluronic acid serum that you like, you can continue to use it. You don't need to buy one of these recommendations. Okay, if there's something that you like, just continue and use it. And yeah, so these are just a few of my favorite hyaluronic acid serums. First is the L'Oreal Revitalift Hyaluronic Acid Serum, the Cosrx Hyaluronic Acid, the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid plus B5, Sugandha Hyaluronic Acid Serum, the Wishcare Hyaluronic Acid Serum, and the Minimalist Hyaluronic Acid plus PGA. So if you are somebody who's looking to use a hyaluronic acid in their skincare routine and don't have one, you can just choose one of them. I hope you found this video useful. If you like the skin and hair related content, you can follow me on my Instagram handle Dr. Aanchal MD, where I post the skin and hair related content daily. Let me know in the comment section below if you want any topics to be covered. Thank you for watching.